We're back.
Hello.
We're back. Yeah.
Yeah, we're back.
Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to address what the absence of this week's been for me, and what it's going to be like in the next couple of weeks. So, I haven't died. I am still living, but I've only posted one video this week. I think two, maybe two. The Batman and the Doll's House. That's it. This Thursday our kitchen's getting done, and the kitchen is literally just there, and we're getting a new kitchen put in. I put off a lot of jobs that I wanted done before the kitchen put in, and Kirsty said, well, you know, the kitchen's getting done Thursday, so I had to decorate the girls' room and do other bits. So that's what I've been doing all week, and then once I've done them, I've been totally shattered, and I've been like, I can't do my build. So getting in and doing stuff, it's been a bit of a nightmare. But while the work's going on, there ain't going to be a lot of going on until the evenings when they're gone. So I'm hopefully normal. I have this Saturday I did loads. So I've done the Dodge Charger, I've done packs 11 and 12 of the Knight Rider, which ain't a lot really. It's all to do with the electrics and stuff. It's all wires. So yeah, normal service should resume. I've got enough content now. I'm still waiting for I'm still waiting for the Optimus Prime, RoboCop, and the Enterprise build, and I'll get to them when I can. But I haven't gone anywhere. I am still here. It's just getting 5 minutes where I can do something. It's been a bit mad.
Life gets in the way, Kev. You can't.
Yeah, it does indeed. I mean, our kitchen. I said my dad had his kitchen done recently, and he had one of these granite worktops put in. Anyway, it took about 10 days to do. Our one's going to take 15. So for the next 3 weeks, it's going to be a bit manic here. But yeah.
Oh, come on. I decorated this room, and this is the box room, and it took me 6 weeks.
Yeah, it does take time. I still ain't finished in here. I want to put some shelves up here and sort of tidy it up a little bit in here. But until the work's finished in the kitchen, which is just here, I can't really do much. So yeah, it's a long time coming, the kitchen, long time coming, but I'm glad I'm getting it done. It's getting out of the way with. But like I said, there will be a bit of disruption with videos, but hopefully not too much. Like I said, I've got a load already banked, so I'm hoping that I can release them over the next 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I do on a Friday. I do all my videos for the week, get them uploaded, edited, and everything, and then I just release them during the week.
Yeah.
But a video on Thursday or Friday, I probably haven't got a clue what I said, because it's a week later in the video. But
yeah, I've done issues 102, 103, 104 of the Dodge Charger, and I've done up to issue 46 of the Knight Rider. So yeah, so I've done 2 boxes. I've done all that. I've done them. I've just got now I'm going to do it so I'll get one video out a week like I normally do. And yeah, I just wanted to address that because I haven't been posting as much last week. So
right,
and obviously the Batman, when it came, was just wires. We connected 2 wires. Two wires.
I'm really surprised you didn't do one of your videos where you're like, is that it?
Yeah, I should have done. Yeah, this is it. I've got it here. So that's the wire there. So I stuck those 2 bits in. That was it. That was the whole issue.
I've never known wires before the actual TV's come.
I know what the builds are like, and I know there's a big payoff coming, but geez, that's got to be something.
Hey, try doing the Rossi bag.
Well, anyway, talking about the Knight Rider, one of the issues was just blocks that hold the car up. You know, the plastic blocks that we got with the Route Master and things like that. Well, one of the issues was just the 4 blocks. That was it.
Yeah.
So it swings in roundabouts, doesn't it? So
yeah, it does. It just it's the way it works. Right, we're only going till about 7:45 tonight because I'm helping out in another live stream at 8 PM over with Download Universe. So going to be a little bit of a shorter one tonight, but we'll still get out as much as we can do. and
Yeah.
anything which has come up with the week, which we do have another Partwork being released next week. Well, that's all I can say. Yeah. I will turn around and say that, and I don't know if this is the same for everybody, but it's been my same for me, is I've noticed things are shipping out has been a bit slow with Fan Home at the moment. I've figured that one out with the Optimus Prime because I've gone through 5 issues and I was still waiting for a delivery. So I know they were a week at least behind on that one. So
yeah, there's been I know this from working for Royal Mail. We've had if anyone knows, we've had computer system problems this week. So Monday, Tuesday, the customer tracking on the website went down, and also the dispatch side for business customers went down, which affected Fan Home, which meant that their system couldn't be updated because the website was down. So where some stuff was saying, where some stuff was saying processing and that, it wasn't being sent out. Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised then if we maybe like in a couple of weeks' time maybe get another Optimus Prime quite quickly because the last lot was delayed, which sometimes does happen. So if it does happen, don't be alarmed. It's just the way it works. I think that happened not so long back, that something was late coming out and then the next one came out and people were saying it's coming too quick. It's not. It's just the way the cycle's working.
Yeah. So, it will. You know, we know that eventually it sorts itself out and starts coming regularly. So I mean, with everything coming out at the moment, you do need a little bit of a breathing room anyway, because they've got so much coming out. And where I said it last week, and I was like, you remember, there's still lots. We ain't at the end of the year yet, and there's still loads to come out. I mean, not just from Fan Home, we've got Agora and Hachette as well, and we're not even at the end of the year yet. So
so
there's loads to come out.
ET next week.
Yeah. I was contacted, and I can officially tell you that next week. I don't know when next week, but the plan is next week for ET to go live. So keep an eye on their socials, my socials as well. As soon as I get the right information, I'll be able to post it and that. But I was told that it's going to be 65 centimeters tall. It's going to have die cast and plastic parts. I said, is it going to be like the test build? Apparently, there's been a lot of changes. I was told mega changes from the test run. So I don't know what that means, but that's through Fan Home, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. For me, no, because for me it would be ET won't phone home, ET will phone bank balance, and I won't be eating. So, it's not one I can afford, unfortunately.
It's an interesting one. We'll see what it's like when we get the official announcement next week. But I think it was one of those ones when it was first announced as a test run. A lot of people were like all over it, and other people were like, "Really, ET?" So I think it's one of those sort of hit and miss ones. But hopefully it does very well. But you'll never know with these sort of Partworks, do you? Really? So, but well, like I said, there's going to be free gifts as well. Obviously, I don't know what they are. But it's going to be interesting because I think the test run had the rubber skin like the alien. I don't know whether it still kept that. I don't know, but it'd be interesting.
And happy birthday to Ian Campbell as well. Hope your feet up, Stella.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. And I was going to write something on Facebook, and I thought, well, no, I'd rather do it live tonight. So, happy birthday, Ian.
Yeah, happy birthday, Ian.
Let's. I'll go through some of this chat. We've got absolutely tons again, which is great. First in, D. Harris says, "Evening, gents. Evening, D."
Hi, D.
Paul Jordan says, "Guys at 7 p.m." We've got Athol says, "Afternoon, Mark. But by the time you read this, it'll be dark. So good evening." Yeah, clocks change at the end of the month.
Yeah, it is dark. Yeah.
We've got Scott Duggan says, evening everyone, evening Scott.
Hi,
And
Scott.
then we've got birthday boy himself says, Ian Campbell, good evening all, evening Ian.
Evening, Ian.
JP says hi to Ian and happy birthday. Right, get where am I? We've got a nice smiley face there from Ian. I'm trying to get through it though. It's not easy. Right, so next is Dave McBill says, good evening, Mark and Kev, and everyone in chat. Evening, Dave Mac.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Dave.
And Ian says, Flash 8, guys, 20% off our stuff. 8th of October only, my birthday. There we go.
There you go. Get yourself over there, guys.
Yeah. Next we've got John says, good evening to hosts Mark and Kev. Evening, John. We've got David Bassett. Good evening, Mark, and everyone in chat. Evening, David.
Hi, Dave.
And then we've got Daniel says, hello, everyone. Evening, Dano.
All right, Dano.
Then we've got Neil Radcliffe says, evening, Mark and Kevin, and all in chat. Evening, Neil.
Hi, Neil.
And Ian says, Kev, I need more info on Robocop batteries. I am C2 AAA in the back, but are there any in the base?
I don't know about the premium base because I think most people just collected the standard one, which comes with the standard base. But yeah, it's two AAA batteries in the back of Robo. I'm not too sure about the base, but I'm sure we can find that out. That's pretty straightforward to find out. I'm sure I'll be able to find that out for you.
Think Thierry over in France, he's been doing the base.
Yeah, I think a lot of people said that it was the base is exactly like the Iron Man light up one. It's the same. It uses the same batteries and the lighting. So if anyone's got the premium Iron Man base, it's identical. It's just different, obviously different style, but it uses the same lighting and batteries. I know that because someone was saying that they used the same electrics and stuff as they did with the Iron Man.
Yeah. So if not Thierry over in France, he's doing a lot on the base at the moment with the Robocop. So we've got MP Model and Plastic says good evening for everyone. Evening.
Evening.
And then Ian says, I will announce it on my Facebook page. Julie and I are off to Portugal for a well-earned rest from Thursday the 12th for a week. We are leaving the kids in charge. Are you wanting to come back to an actual house?
There's party at Ian. Party at Ian's.
Yeah.
House party.
You all know where to go now. He's announced it. No, enjoy your break. Well earned.
Yeah, enjoy yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Athol says, when my kitchen was updated 2 years ago, it took 2 joiners and a Sparky 2 days. So you guys, I think, are spinning it out. It's like nobody can be bothered in the UK. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in our one, we've got in our kitchen, we've got a pantry. So do you remember years ago, houses used to have pantries? Well, I've still got it. So they're knocking that down and they're extending and blocking off certain bits. So I think that's why they're here a little bit longer. But I don't think they're going to be here the 15 days. They've said 15 days. We'll see. But yeah, I'm hoping it's not. But
we got told in 2021 that you need your kitchen sorting. Right, we'll get you down for a new kitchen. Still waiting. Oh, your house needs rewiring.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. John Mullermakin says, evening all. Evening, John.
Hi, John.
Watching John doing the U96 looks very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Yeah. Not only that, John, I think you're the first person I know who's doing it, YouTube-wise. I haven't seen anybody else doing it.
I have, but in different countries. I know Devma in Germany, he's doing it. demo models. He's
Right.
doing it in
Okay. I've
Germany.
not seen. Like I said, I know John. John was the first one I come across, and I was like, oh, someone actually got the U96 because it's a bit like the Alien build. It's gone sort of very quiet, and I don't know whether that's just the way the subscriptions run. But
I know.
I don't know. There hasn't been a lot of interest.
It was released in Germany first, and I know Demo Model was doing it because I've been following him, and I think they're in the late 30s now, so that's how far they are ahead with it. Ian says, those wires, and that cost you 10 quid, Kev, LOL.
Yeah, but I do know with the Batmobile, is that we're going to get some really big, chunky die-cast armor pieces for it. And obviously that's a bit of a payoff, but yeah, it don't look good when you get things like that. You can understand why people turn around and go, "This isn't worth it." You know, you're just putting two wires together. I wouldn't blame anyone really, but I understand. But then there is a payoff. I always say this, even though we're getting all these little bits. Same with the Knight Rider here, we've had loads of issues with just bits of wires and we're sticking them in. There's payoff later on. There's a big payoff later on, and that's what I'm hoping for the Batmobile. Because at the moment, I mean, the whole build. This is the whole build, by the way. The whole build is in this box. So we're at issue 31. So issues 1 to 31 is in this box. That's it. Look, that's how big it is. There's not a lot of thought in here at all. No, there's no. So yeah,
kind of puts people off a little bit when
considering. Well, I'm at issue 31, and that is how big the box is. It's just a standard box, and I'm only 10 more issues ahead on the Knight Rider, and I've got the dashboard and the hood and stuff like that. But that's where we are with that. I mean, it's all the electrics, the base is on, the wheels are on. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. So,
John says, Spider-Proof says, I find editing the videos are the more time consuming.
Yeah,
the thing. The problem is the fun part is the building. The videos are not the fun part, but I don't know. I've done last week. I reached over 1,000 videos that I'd actually released on my channel, which I couldn't believe when it came up. So you've done over 1,000 videos, and how's that happened? So I've been doing it for quite a while now, and whenever I start finding editing too easy or too quick, I always try and think of something else to put in there just to make it harder again on myself. I don't know, you know, that's just me, I suppose, that I'm just trying to challenge myself to get better at the moment. I'm at that stage where I'm thinking, this is a bit too easy. You know, I can now click to I know where I'm going to be and stuff. And
yeah, I have, because I've been doing them for such a long time, I've got into this sort of groove now of doing stuff. But I do occasionally leave stuff out, so I forget sometimes to put a QR code on the screen, or I sometimes forget to put like the instructions, or I just forget saying. But I'm normally in quite of a good groove. But it's sort of editing it and making sure it all lines up with everything else and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's the processing which is the longest. I mean, you can create a video, it's fine, but when you process, that's the time. That's where it's like, oh, it's going to take 30 minutes, or it's going to take, you know what I mean? It's like, hang on a minute, I've only done the video's only 5 minutes long. How's it going to take 30 minutes to compile?
So my Fridays consists of 7 videos to record, build, edit, upload, then release for patrons and channel members, all in one day. Yeah, it's a busy Friday.
Well, I need to. Yeah, it used to be a Wednesday for me because obviously I used to collect from the newsagents. So I used to go down, get all my issues at the newsagents, and then do them all on a Wednesday. But with deliveries coming all the time, I don't know what ones are going to turn up, and then they sort of slowly start piling up. And it's like, oh, I need to get on that. get on them. So yeah, that's what's happened.
To me, that's heaven, because it's just like marathon building, really. But just switch the camera on and go.
I like. Yeah. That's what I did with the on this yesterday with the Knight Rider. I just done packs 11 and 12. There's not much in them, but yeah, I've done them all in one go, which was really nice. I've got the stand printed for the watch as well, because it comes with the watch remote, and I thought, well, what better way than to get a stand for it, so I can have the stand with the watch on, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I've done all that yesterday.
So John's model making says Mark, your audio is low. Thank you for telling me that, John. I didn't realise, but the microphone over there was selected, not the microphone here that was selected. So yeah, I changed that one. So sorry about that. I don't know how that happened. Right now. Ian says, yeah, I noticed the tracking issue, Kev. I think that's to do with Fan Home. We've got Geordie Dave says, evening everyone. Evening, Geordie.
Hi, Geordie.
And then we've got Paul Jordan says, hiya guys, Mark and Dave. Evening, Paul. And then we've got DS Model says, hey up everyone. Happy birthday, Ian Campbell. 21 again, LOL. Yeah,
yeah, Dave, yeah. He's 21. Whatever he says.
John says, my Fan Home stuff comes from the warehouse in the Czech Republic to Germany. Wow.
Yeah, some stuff I think they've got a warehouse here in the UK. So some stuff comes from here, some stuff comes from overseas. I think the Enterprise D is one that comes from overseas over here. And that also would depend on when you get your subscription. You were saying about your Optimus Prime, it should have been 5 weeks or 4 weeks and a wrap. It might be because they might not be having that stock in the UK. It might be somewhere else. So it has to cross the border. It takes a little bit longer and everything else. So, yeah.
It's just, my thing is, I always like to have the issues in front that I know that I've got to build and I can be reliable on them. But with Fan Home, they do give you 5 instead of 4 every month. So, I
do find that a bit strange with. Yeah, I do find that a bit strange with some of their builds, because some of their builds are 4 issues, and some of them are 5.
Well, you got to think.
So like Optimus Prime is 5 issues, and then you've got the Enterprise build, and you've got the Millennium Falcon. They're all 4 issues. RoboCop, I think, is 4 issues as well.
I think of that we've got to remember the Eagle Moss builds, they were only 4 issues a month. And if they printed them like the Ecto 1 and the Enterprise, and they printed all that months in one magazine, they can't really send any more out than just 4. The Millennium Falcon, if I remember correctly, was only 4 issues a month anyway. So they're probably treating that as they did do in the past. Same with the R2D2. I think that was 4 issues a month as well. Yeah. So they're just, I think it's going off what
are they sending out? What are they sending out with the DeLorean? Because some people said they were getting 5 issues.
I'm getting 5.
Yeah, so instead of getting the 4, which Eagle Moss did originally, you're getting 5. But that's because the magazines are separate. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they're not all grouped together in one magazine. So I suppose in that situation, they can get it out as 5. John's model making. John's model making says E2 may do better than Alien, but only because he's cuter. LOL. Well, yeah.
It might do. I prefer the Alien. I prefer my aliens to be scary over cutie, but each to their own stuff.
What does the ET do? Okay, we expect some few bits to be working on it. Does it have a light up finger?
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah. If we go by what the test run had, which was movable eyes, a light up finger, and I believe it also moved. So I believe it had the ability to move as well, because I think the bottom of it was flat, so it had some wheels on it, a bit like R2D2, and it could move around. But whether or not they've kept all that, I don't know. But I definitely know the light up finger was there and the eyes moved. Whether or not there's more to it, I don't know. I would imagine there's some sort of voice thing as well, you know, ET phone home, all that sort of stuff, and Elliot and all that, what he said in the film. So I would imagine those voice clips are there.
Gosh, no, I don't think so. I think that would be like the Alien for me. Synthetic skin.
Just imagine at night walking towards the toilet, and then that thing's there going Elliot with a great big light up finger. I mean, Jesus, what's that?
Yeah, but I can imagine my dog grabbing the light up finger and running around the house with it.
See, that's the problem. I can't have it. I've got some high up places, because I can't, like your Terminator behind you. It's on the floor. I couldn't have that because our dogs would just whack it running around because they're nuts. But yeah.
But
I can see it happening.
Yeah, we've got Todd saying
hi, Todd.
hello and good evening. Evening, Todd. Ian says, thanks, guys. 86, I feel old. LOL. You're not 86. Yeah, dear. I'm just trying to go. Okay, so Ian says, okay, Kev, I have asked, but if you could help, that would be great. I'm not too sure.
So I can ask and get some information for you. Yeah, for the base, for the base. I will sort that. Don't worry, I'll try and get someone to help me on that.
Yeah. And Ian says, I find the Partwork companies don't answer my queries. I wonder why, LOL. I think a lot of that is down to offshore call centers and whatever, they can just go by what they see on the screen. I don't think when you're in customer service, they have a clue. Yeah.
No, that's because just like with Eagle Moss and places like that, it's all outsourced. So you could be when you ring up, you think you're talking to Fan Home, say, but what you're actually talking to is Linda from Wales, who doesn't know Adam to ear, and all they do when you ring up customer service, a lot of these places, all they do is they'll have access to your portal. So they'll ask for your name. It'll bring up all your information, but actually all the information they've got is what's on your portal. So that's why it's always a good place to check that first. But yeah, I find emailing is a little bit better. Emails tend to go to the actual company, but when you ring up the call center, that customer service, it tends to go to a call center.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you phoned up Fan Home and you phoned up Diego Agostini, you'd get the same person, because they're both the same company. Just going to use the same call center. And this is a call for Diego Agostini. I'll click on the Diego Agostini side of it, and it's not. I think gone are the days where you would phone up a company and they'd say, "Hang on 2 minutes, I'll ring down to the warehouse and see what's going on."
Like
that.
No, everything's outsourced.
I am so surprised we still are using telephone. It really is my surprise that we're still getting somewhere with I prefer using a telephone. I'll admit that. I prefer ringing up and speaking to somebody. But sometimes I'll think to myself, I really don't want to speak to a foreign call center because they won't understand what I'm saying. So I'll just bang out an email. But then you run the worry that the email is not going to get answered, or it's not going to get answered in time. So it's hit and miss. But I know Agora, there's no telephone lines for Agora that I'm aware of. It's all email.
Right.
So,
yes,
Fan Home do have customer service, but I think they can deal with missing parts, reissuing things. But other than finding out deep information, I don't think they can do it anymore. And that has frustrated me in the past. I've been one of these customers that has been on the phone and going, well, you must know what's going on. And then you get told something different. And you're like, what's the truth? And we just, not without actually speaking to somebody on the ground, do you know what's going on? So,
it's everything's, like I said, everything's outsourced, and sometimes in other companies I know of, sometimes the arm doesn't know what the hand's doing, if you know what I mean. So it's not their fault. It's just the way that the system is built. But it's frustrating because you want certain answers to certain things, and then when you get to a person who haven't got a clue what you're talking about, you know, we've had it for years in the partwork industry, where we've rung up, or we've known someone that's rung up and said, "Oh, I'm missing, part B4, and what's, and they go, well, what's that? Oh, it's a little bit on the steering. They ain't got a clue. You know what I mean? It's trying to. It's I know it's really bad to say, but it's trying to teach literacy to a 2-day-old baby. They're not going to understand it because they don't know what you're doing. But it's frustrating. I know that frustration as well, where they don't understand what you talk about. And I'm like you, Mark. I like talking to someone.
Yeah,
because you get a direct response. That's the way I like it.
Yeah, I think the way things go, though, a lot of these call centres might be shut down because the companies can't afford to keep them. So, which is a shame because So,
you've got a Gore there only do emails. Maybe that's the future going forward. I know with Fan Home they're branching out into different aspects. So you've now got WhatsApp, and live chat as well, which I think are going to start taking over from the call centres, because the only way you can do this collection is online. So they're like, well, you're already online, so why don't you use live chat? You've got a phone or a computer. That means you've got WhatsApp. So why are you then ringing the old system, sort of thing? So
So John says the Iron Man base takes 4 AAA batteries. Right. Cool. Not surprised with the size of
That's good to know.
That base with the Iron Man. Oh, huge. Ian Campbell says, the U96, you only get 4 crew. We're selling 50 crew. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Ian says, thanks, Sean. I'm planning a power mod and want to make it customized for back and base like the Terminator. Right, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
John's Muller Making says U96 is available in Germany and it looks brilliant. Yeah, I agree on that one. It's a lot, from what I've seen, a lot of sprue work as well. So cutting bits off sprues and a bit like the Millennium Falcon, really.
I was going to say a bit like the Millennium Falcon. I did enjoy that, I've got to say. Cutting the spurs off, putting the pipes in. It was therapeutic, as they say.
Yeah. John Mullermaking says, at least with the Batmobile, the electrics will be done and we can get on with the rest.
Yeah, I'm hoping that once we've gotten past the next, I think it's the next 5 issues, we start getting onto something a little bit more serious. But I don't know. We don't know at this point. I mean, you must have seen one of the issues was just the base that spun round.
Oh, the lazy.
I mean, one of the issues is that the lazy Susan. Yeah.
He drops it.
Yeah, I found. Yeah. Hey, got it. Yeah.
There we go.
It was just the lazy Susan. I mean, that took 2 issues to build that.
Crazy.
I don't really know what it's for, but
yeah. Go for it. Painting says hello. Evening.
Evening.
I find with my Knight Rider watch the battery dies so quickly. Yeah, we've said about that last week, didn't we? Because of the Terminator.
Last week, yeah.
So it's not great.
There's it's always. yeah, I think like what Todd said, I think with the Terminator one, it's always sort of on, even when you turn it off, because it's waiting for you to wake it up, sort of thing, and it just drains remarkably quickly. I've got a load of batteries. That was another thing as well. The Knight Rider I found, obviously with Optimus Prime, they supply and with Iron Man, they supply the batteries. But with the Knight Rider, they never supplied the batteries with it, so I had to pick up a load. I can't remember where I put them now.
Right.
But yeah.
Go for it. Painting says hit the thumbs up, please, if you can. That'd be fantastic. Ian says, how far from the Robocop base is the back batteries? 50 centimeters? Question mark.
No idea.
No idea.
I don't know at the moment because yeah, I don't know.
No.
All I know is that it's a similar design to the Iron Man base, so you could use the Iron Man base as a guide.
Right. Okay.
I would use Iron Man base as a guide. Yeah.
Scott Duggan says 5 issues for the Gauntlet as well. So that's obviously the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
You get 5 issues for that one. We've got Lord Peter Webster in. Says
it's like I said, it's strange. It's some. Oh, hi Peter.
Yeah. So you were saying it's strange.
Yeah. I'm just saying it's a bit weird that you get some issues where they've got 5, and then some Partworks where you've got 4. I just don't know how they've. I don't know how they've said, right, okay, like with the Millennium Falcon, it's already been out before. So I think it's easier for them to say, oh, we could do that in 5. Same with R2D2. So I don't know why they've kept it as 4. I don't know, but I suppose it is what it is. But I don't know why they've decided to do Optimus Prime 5 issues instead of 4. But you know, it's good because we want more parts more quickly. So
definitely,
I would prefer to have more parts, you know. But yeah.
Ian says, I hope to build the ET, although my first change will be the LED in the finger to a high grade laser. Oh my word. Oh dear. And then Ian's also put ET mark. I fear my dog will be doing something else with it. LOL. Oh god.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm not asking. We've got Scott building with the boys. Says evening, gentlemen. Evening, Scott.
Hope you're feeling better, Scott.
Right, so Peter Webster says, I'm sick of D'Agostini. I'm waiting for issue 49 Rossi build due to missing parts, and now received 5 issues, 46, not 49. Really? Oh, I don't know why. I mean, I wasn't missing 49. So I don't know what's happened on that one with the Rossi. Saying that though, Peter, you probably won't be missing much with it being the Rossi either, with it being how many parts you get at the moment. But yeah. So best ringing them, I think. You know, that's what they're good at. They're good at replacing things, but whether you get them is a different story. Building with the Boys says, funnily enough, yes, Ian, I'm picking mine up in the week. We'll have it on the channel with all the details. Oh, that's the display cases that Scott's been looking into.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Geordie Dave says, bye everyone, nearly in town for next bus. Night, Geordie. Have a good time at work.
See you later.
He's on his night, bless him. Right. Scott, I'll just pick this one up. Scott just said the display tube for the Gauntlet will be amazing. Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. Ian says, lazy Susan, no comment, Kev.
Yeah.
So, oh gosh,
2 issues for a lazy Susan. Well, we still don't know what it's going to be for. It's just weird.
Yeah.
But 2 issues. My only understanding is they've done scripters like this.
Yeah.
Because we've got because we're going to have some big parts later on, if you know what I mean, and not a lot to do in them. Maybe I don't know, but it's frustrating a little bit. Hashtag.
Right.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, Hashtag they do rein in a lot of their stuff before you get the bigger pieces.
Yeah,
Most Partworks do.
Yeah. So it's just a case of waiting, I suppose. It's like, I mean, at the Titanic at the moment, we've got 2 issues and we've had some really nice, big, chunky bits. So it kind of makes up for the bits where you're only getting a couple of pieces of decking, really. A bit like the Doll's House when you were only getting a couple of pieces of wood, and now you're getting all the bits for the roof to be done, and there's a lot to be done. So Lord Peter Webster says, I was missing the large clamp, but if not right this tie, I'll print one instead. Right. Okay. Horlicks is here. It says, evening both. Bit late to the party, but thought I'd say hi and drop a like. Hi, Horlicks.
Hi, Horlicks.
And Dee says, yeah, Mark, catch up on chat at the end of show. Hello. At least I caught up on the chat.
Yeah.
It just runs when it runs away with you, you're just like, where does it go? So so it's 1:45. Unfortunately, we're going to end a little bit early tonight. So sorry for that, but we will be back next week at 7.
That's all right.
Just one thing I wanted to touch. Even thought he might be with us tonight, but things he's thinking and planning aren't just right in the right place at the moment. But he's looking into something very, very exciting. I've seen a few of the bits and pieces, and really does look amazing what he's planning. So
really nice.
Watch this space. Apart from obviously he's going away on holiday, so hope you have a nice resty and get back. Get back and get the batteries recharged, because that's the main thing. And I'll read this last comment out. John says the Lazy Susan looks like the piece that went under the Premier Iron Man base. Well, yeah.
Okay.
And
I just don't really know.
Yeah, I think it'll go under it, and possibly, I don't know. There might be something within the tumbler that helps it rotate round, so you can like a viewing platform. That's what my thoughts on it were.
Maybe. Yeah, I just don't know. It's just a strange thing.
D. Harris says, good night, both all in chat. See you all next week. So we will be back next week. Usual time, usual place. Sorry it's a bit short tonight. But I agreed to help somebody out, and I always keep my word. So, but we'll be back next week. So we'll hopefully have some news on the ET by next week. And then hopefully we can...
Yes, we will, yeah.
But thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you, everybody, for your thumbs up.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kev, for coming again.
Yeah,
it's coming really popular, this show,
thanks, Mark, for
yeah. Definitely. And
a nice little show now.
Yes, it is. Very much is. Guys. Well, so I've been Mark.
I've been Kev.
And we'll catch you all next time. Night all.
See you later.